we launched the Keeping the World Connected campaign.
Correct.
And that's been really helpful actually redefining an industry purpose.
Last year, we launched our company in this event. We were like 0 customers, probably like, $100,000 in revenue. Today, we are talking about, 2 billion in transactions, 400 plus active customers. Welcome back, guests. I have a very, very special guest with me on the couch today. She's special for many reasons, but top 3 reasons. She's a woman who is leading from the front, a woman leader who is helping telecom industries transform. The lady who puts up the beautiful ITW event year on year. The lady who is the central force for GLF, and also someone who has seen this industry transform. So thank you so much, Annabel, for coming on the show and taking time from your very busy schedule to chat with us.
Well, I'm delighted to be here, Raghav. Thanks for the invitation. And with an introduction like that, how could I resist?
Thank you. So I know that ITW, when we say, it's a gold standard when it comes to telecom industry, when it comes to the communication industry. People say that this is the holy grail for their event and go-to place. And someone who is managing this hectic of a show, how is it? I mean, how stressful, how much of pressure it puts on you year on year when you kind of raise the bar every single year?
So it's a really good question. Firstly, I would say I have an amazing team, and there is an amazing team that make all of this happen. This is
beautiful.
By far and away not a one-woman show. They've worked very hard. I mean, they're already working for next year's event, right?
Beautiful.
I think for us, what's always really important is to ensure that that customer centricity is baked into everything we do.
Sure.
We're so lucky that the industry trusted us
Sure.
to run their annual event. I mean, this is the biggest gathering for international connectivity providers globally.
Sure.
And we have it on trust from the industry. So we're really very careful to make sure that we're delivering that value back.
Right.
Because as soon as we don't, we've been part of this industry for so long. We love it. We protect it.
Sure.
And when you thrive, we thrive, right? And then
yeah.
that's really what we're aiming to achieve.
Absolutely. And so, I mean, personally for us, Zeebu as an organization, ITW will remain the most special event for us, because last year we launched our company in this event. We were like 0 customers, probably like $100,000 in revenue. Today we are talking about 2 billion in transactions, 400 plus active customers. This has been a fabulous event for us, and I'm sure you have seen many companies grow multifold in your events. What is so special about this? What do you think makes or helps organizations grow like this?
Do you know what? It is the people, right? And I think the great thing about ITW is that, I mean, you can see around the show floor, deals are getting done, agreements are getting signed every minute.
Sure.
But beyond that, we also have the senior executive leadership committee here that are agreeing new strategic partnership agreements, new consortium models. This is where new cables get designed and deployed and announced, and it's kind of exciting that you've got that mix of people who are hitting their quarterly annual revenue targets, but at the same time you've got the leadership who are thinking through actually what does the industry need to do today to invest in our future 5 years, 10 years down the timeline, right?
Beautiful. And I mean, if you had to put it in one sentence, what is the mission of GLF? I mean, what are you guys, like, what is that one North Star that you think is a great thing that you're doing for the industry?
So our mission statement within the GLF, so we're an industry body that represents international connectivity providers. The board is 33 CEOs from international telecoms businesses. And our mission statement is all focused around ubiquitous, interoperable connectivity that's value creative. So all of our programs and working groups are geared around those 3 pillars, right? Ubiquity, interoperability, and value creation.
Beautiful.
And that allows that kind of sense of focus into everything that we do.
Sure.
Beyond that, and you probably will have seen it at the start of the pandemic, we launched the Keeping the World Connected campaign.
Correct.
And that's been really helpful actually redefining an industry purpose.
Beautiful.
Because people don't necessarily understand, or at least, I talk to family and friends at home. They think the cloud lives somewhere actually in the cloud, right? And it doesn't. It's fiber, it's towers, it's cables, it's data centers, it's all of the infrastructure that's in the ground.
Sure.
And we stepped up as an industry during the pandemic and kept the world connected. We enabled businesses, people, families. I mean,
beautiful. Yeah.
That's why, and you'll see it actually all around the show, and we've adopted it as the Techoraco hashtag, keeping the world connected, is really what we do as a business, because we connect leaders and we people, but actually beyond that, it reflects what all of our clients do here, right? You're connecting people
absolutely
and things, right?
Yeah. So I'm a huge advocate of women leading businesses. It's been my personal experience. I'm a great fan of Indra Nooyi, Marisa Mayer, you name Sheryl Sandberg, you name the leader, they have been the change makers, they have been driving the industry. As a managing director of such a large organization, do you think you have an extra responsibility being the woman leader in driving this?
It's a really difficult question to answer because yes, obviously I do. And every woman does. I think where our call is to everyone, it's not a female only issue. We look to our male allies and male sponsors and our male mentors to also play a part in that puzzle because, today, for example, we've launched our 5th annual Diversity, Inclusion and Belonging report.
Beautiful.
And it's highlighted that whilst a lot of progress has been made across the industry, the higher up the management chain you get, only 20% of companies at this level are diverse at a management or a board or executive level.
That's true.
And that's a problem, right?
Yeah.
And, and beyond that, actually, beyond looking at gender, we started tracking neurodiversity for the first time. And that's a concern, as an industry, we need to be more inclusive of everyone, regardless of, how they present themselves, because we have a talent problem. And if we exclude people for whatever reason, we're never going to advance and we're never going to attract the right people into our industry. And the other kind of concerning stat that we saw actually is that over the 5 years that we've been tracking against the different diversity metrics, so age, gender, race, sexuality, gender has kind of maintained a fairly consistent focus. All of the others have dipped, steadily. They're in decline. And actually that's more of a concern, especially when you think in telecoms, we have quite an aging population. The retirement cliff is coming. Why aren't we doing more to extend people in the workplace? There are so many things that are quite simple to implement. That if we did and worked together to do so, we're going to be better. What is cool though, a really cool finding is that people are finding having diverse teams is improving their sales performance, right? Because as the world is changing, you want your people to be able to identify and interact and have interesting conversations with people that they can also identify and interact with. So it is a real business imperative for us to be more inclusive because, your numbers are going to get bigger. I mean, that's kind of, that's what we all want, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.